Hey, what's going on, friends? Bad Guy Cam here for our Week 3 battle of the SDF Season 6. We're going up against Coach Better and the Philadelphia Flygon. I'm going to try to make our team builder super quick today. I do have to battle like right now, so I just wanted to make sure I had a bit of a team builder just so we can talk about it for a super quick second. So, team we're going up against, Philadelphia Flygons, super scary team. Mega Deoncy, Naganadel, Gliscor Slowbro, Grimmsnarl, Registeel, Rotom-Mow, Blaziken, Toucanon. Some huge threats on this team. Naganadel is such a scary mon to try to prep for. And then that core of Gliscor, Slowbro, and Registeel is just nasty. It's awful trying to prep for that. So congratulations, that's probably the most annoying core that anyone's going to have to prep for ever. But then you also have some big threats like Mega Deoncy. Grimmsnarl can set up screens and whatnot. I'm also very scared of a Scarf Blaziken. That could be very scary to my team. There's a good possibility that it comes. The 6 I think that he's going to be bringing, Mega Deoncy, Naganadel, Slowbro, Blaziken, Gliscor, and Registeel, just absolutely tear through my team. I actually know that he's been bringing Toucanon quite frequently, so I wouldn't actually be surprised to see that. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised to see any of these Pokemon, to be completely honest. So, talking about the team that we're going to be bringing, Dumbledore, the Mega Alakazam, kick us off. We're running a modest 252 attack, trying to do as much damage as we possibly can, and that's pretty much what it's here for. Psychic Terrain, Psychic Shadow Ball, Focus Blast. The Psychic Terrain is there for a tech move, kind of if he ends up bringing the Grimmsnarl. Can't get the screen set up because of the Prankster. It also boosts our Psychic, which lets us OHKO some of the mons we normally wouldn't. Specifically, the Mega Deoncy and I think it's the Gliscor are the two that could be there for. So interesting set that we're bringing. We have Magikarp before we Mega Evolve, and then Trace. We can trace some pretty cool things on his team. Next up, we've got Applejack the Mudsdale holding the Assault Vest, Smackdown, Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Facade. Very specially bulky. This is a wonderful Naganadel switch in. It also does really well against the Mega Deoncy. So that's going to be what our Applejack is here for. Threatens out those two with Earthquakes. And then we have the Facade there in case we get like burned or poisoned. We can still do at least a bit more damage. Next up, we're bringing Edison, the Zapdos, Heavy Duty Boots, Static, U-Turn, Defog, Roost, and Thunderbolt. Bringing a defensive set this week. I've gone back and forth. Did I want to bring an attacking set? Did I want to bring a utility set, defensive set? And I think that having the static around for the potential Scarf Blaziken and being able to handle that Scarf Blaziken a little bit better, I ended up going with the more defensive set, and that's pretty much what it's here to do. Yeah, it's gonna struggle against some of the things on the team like the Gliscor for sure, but it's actually doing quite a bit of damage to things like the Slowbro, so we'll have to see how it plays out. Next up, we're talking about Razor Blades, Focus Sash, Pressure, Sword Stance, Triple Axle, Knockoff, and Low Kick. This potentially could be an extremely great set, or it could be a really sucky set. I'm not bringing the Icicle Shard, or the Ice Shard, yeah. And that could be very detrimental to me, especially if he's running a Scarf Naganadel or a Scarf Blaziken. But that's why we have the Focus Sash, is to be able to try to live one of those hits and then knock out the Blaziken, not so much, but the Naganadel for sure. But we've got to keep the rocks off and be able to do that. We're running enough speed to outspeed his fastest mon. And then, yeah, enough attack to do as much damage as we can. Sword Stance, if we get the chance to set up, is going to be really cool also. We made a transaction during the week, which I was going to make a video for and didn't, but you'll see that we actually have an Infernape on our team now. I dropped Rapidash and I dropped Silvally to pick up Infernape and Alolan Golem. So we're going to be bringing Zuko, the Infernape, Choice Scarf, Iron Fist, U-Turn, Flare Blitz, Earthquake, Thunder Punch with an Adamant 252. Meant to just outspeed that Scarf Blaziken and then just do some damage. Zuko's going to try to do some breaking early game, so something like a Dumbledore or a Razor Blades could come in later and clean stuff up. But that's the Infernape set that we're bringing this week. And then the last mon we're bringing is King Henry, the Empoleon, with a Weakness Policy, Agility, Toxic Scald, Ice Beam set. This set actually does pretty dang good against his team. The only thing that really scares me is the Registeel. I think that we have a couple good answers for the Registeel already. So if we can, this is hopefully going to be something that maybe he's not prepping for, and takes him off guard. It does really, really well against a lot of his major threats on his team. This Toxic is there for like the Slowbro. The Gliscor gets handled by Ice Beam or Scald. And then the Scald, after a Weakness Policy boost, is actually doing quite a bit to the Registeel as well. So that's our team that we're bringing. I'm going to go ahead, jump over to the battle, and we are going to get this going. Okay, and we're here with the battle. We see everything that we expected to see. We're going to throw out our GLHF. This team was a nightmare. And I'm going to say, basically I just said in the intro, this was just such a hard team to prep for. That Brogliscor. And if I can freaking type while I'm doing this. Okay. So some things that we can do here. Just some possibilities. He could lead with Naganadel and go for like a U-turn. I think that he very possibly could be a Scarf Naganadel. I know I didn't really go much into what I think he could be bringing, but I think Scarf Blaziken makes a lot of sense, or an Agility Blaziken also makes a lot of sense. Gliscor, I'm guessing is going to be like Defog, U-turn, Earthquake, and then maybe Toxic, or he might be going for damage there. Naganadel could be a Life Orb set, could also be Scarf. Mega Deoncé is going to be Mega Deoncé, Slowbro is going to be Slowbro. So I guess really the only things I'm not super sure about are going to be the Mega Blaziken, or the Blaziken, and the Naganadel. From a lead on his part, Slowbro seems like a pretty good lead, because then he can just teleport. Gliscor is also a good lead. I think that Zapdos is my safest lead. He could lead with something like a Registeel to set up rocks, or a Gliscor to set up rocks, and we can just always U-turn out. If the Blaziken comes, we can see what the Blaziken set is. If he leads Mega Deoncé, then that's a great play, but then we go into Applejack. So we do see the Slowbro, and that is a-okay with me. So I bet, let's see what Zapdos is doing to Slowbro. Let me make my, let me move my damage calcs over here so I can actually see what's going on. It might be a little bright, but it is what it is. Slowbro. If he's defensive, like max physical defense, then we're doing about 3/4. U-turn's gonna do a little bit. There's a high likelihood that he teleports here. If he goes into Gliscor, I think we just click Thunderbolt. Yeah. We had to go for the move. That's totally fine. He gets his Toxic off, though. I'm thinking that this Gliscor is going to be a problem, actually. He could be going for like a Stone Edge here. That would be pretty big. I'm going to actually go into Applejack, but first I'm going to see how much damage that did. That did what, 5%? Yeah, it looks like he's max bulk like Jolly, probably, and we're faster. So he's probably specially defensive then, if I had to guess. So that means he's not doing a ton of damage. I'm guessing he goes for rocks here, but I'm not going to risk it. Oh, he goes for the U-turn. Okay. That's okay. Let's see how much damage that did to our Mudsdale. So he's going for the slow U-turn there. He goes into the Slowbro. That did 13%. Yeah, so he's got to be like especially bulky set, I'm thinking. If I'm him, do I click Scald or do I click teleport. Or does he go for like a future sight? I kind of wanted King Henry to do something cool, but oh, the switch-ins are tough here. Like a defensive Slowbro is only doing like 25% to me, but there's a chance for a burn, and there's also a lot of things that this needs to wall. So maybe King Henry's the play here. I really think it might be. Goes for the Scald. It's resisted. And then he's probably going to go into the Gliscor here. So I'm actually going to go for the Agility to see what he does. Goes for the Body Press. Oh, we're living. Dang. Okay, that was good prep on his part. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, so there goes my weakness policy. Well, that's a bit of a shame. So I think we're just going to go for the Toxic to Toxic the Slowbro. And then I think there's a good possibility he's Colberberry, judging by the fact that we don't see leftovers. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Zapdos. And there's no way he stays in here. If he does, absolute legend. That's very scary though, but I don't have much that wants to slid into go into Gliscor, but that Body Press tech on the Slowbro is very, very cool. Scald Body Press, probably Teleport, maybe Toxic, maybe Future Sight. But we can actually do some damage calcing off that, I believe, because if we go into what was that? Empoleon, and you have Body Press on your Slowbro, a critical hit. Yeah, you look like you're fully physically defensive. Because that did 83.1. Actually, no, you're not fully physically defensive. So he's either specially defensive, or he got a max, or I don't even know. I don't even know at this point. He's probably mix, if I had to guess. Well, here's the mind games, right? Here's the mind games. Does he stay in and risk the Slowbro? Or, because if he throws off a Scald, what do I go into? Dumbledore? Probably. But then if he goes into the Gliscor, then what? I gotta go Thunderbolt. Gosh dang it, I knew I should have gone for the U-turn. And then we go for the U-turn. Gets the crit, 7%. We go into Mudsdale. He does his U-turn again. And then he goes into Slowbro. And then he takes toxic damage. And then we go into Dumbledore here. So he goes for the Scald and does 40%. We Mega Evolve and go for... What's his switch into this? Probably the Registeel. Because nothing really wants to go into the Shadow Ball. Let me take a look at that damage on Alakazam as well. I guess that's Alakazam. Scald. Did how much? 39. Yeah, he's got no investment there. So his answer is either Registeel or Gliscor. So I think I either click Psychic or Focus Blast. I get a Psychic terrain set up. I think I have to click Psychic. Okay, so it is the Registeel. Is his switch in, and that does 22%. He's leftovers. And then he's likely going to go for a Thunder Wave here. So we're going to go into Zapdos, actually. And he gets a Stealth Rocks up. That's okay. I think that's okay, at least. I think we make a big play here, though. We can't. I should have done something different. Oh, I'm so mad that King Henry went down when it did. I'm gonna have to just click Defog, though. And this time we're gonna click Roost. Okay, that's fine. Deontay, we go into Mudsdale. He goes for the Diamond Storm, and that does very little. And then as he goes into the Slowbro, we can only do that so many times. How much did that do? Offensive Mega Deontay versus Mudsdale. Diamond Storm did 22. Yeah. He's some sort of either like a hasty or a naive set. So there's no way he stays in here. I'm going to go into Mega Alakazam. Okay. Good play, good play. So we trace the Regenerator. And then we click Focus Blast this time on the Registeel coming in. Because we were doing 22%. Let's double check this really quick. So if we go, into our Mega Alakazam and he goes into his Registeel, which is going to be specially defensive, Psychic's actually doing more, and Focus Blast is doing about half. I think we click Focus Blast. He stayed in, gets the SDF drop, and there's the teleport. He goes into the Registeel. This time we go into Zuko. And if he goes for the Thunder Wave, good plays. Good plays all around. He goes for the Heavy Slam and gets the crit. Okay, so he does have the Heavy Slam. That is A-okay with me. Now the question is, am I going for close combat or am I going for the Flare Blitz? I'm actually going to click Earthquake, I think. So he's got the Heavy Slam on the Registeel, which we expected. And if that's a crit, yeah, that's a That's off of a no investment. How much is this going to do to Slowbro, if that's his choice? U-turn's doing about a third. I think we click U-turn. That did 28%. So he is mostly bulky. And then we're going to go into Dumbledore. Trace that regenerator again. And then this time, we're actually going to click the Shadow Ball. Because I'm thinking he's thinking that I don't have it. But I have to. He goes into the Registeel. Does 23%. He's probably going to either go for the Stealth Rocks or the... I think, yeah. Can't risk the Thunder Wave. Oh, if we get a Para, that'd be great. So he does stay in. And then we go into... Yeah, we're going to go into Infernape. Well, he gets the rock set up. Let's see, his switch-in was the Slowbro, right? As he went for the U-turn. So Regenerator is going to get him basically back to full. And he is seeing Psychic, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, so he doesn't know what my last move is. My guess is he probably thinks it's Energy Ball. Or a Dazzling Gleam. No, Dazzling Gleam doesn't make sense with this team. I'm gonna go for the Thunder Punch. Does 37%. Get the toxic damage. And then we're gonna go into Zapdos. As he goes into Gliscor. That's totally fine. I'm gonna click Defog. He probably goes for like Stone Edge, U-turn. It's fine with me. We're gonna go into our Applejack. He goes for Diamond Store. We live one more of those. He gets the defense boost this time, and that's kind of unfortunate. But this time, we go for the... Because Slowbro's his answer here, for sure. We're gonna go for the Heavy Slam. Oh, it knocks us out. That's okay. It's actually not okay. That was awful. That was awful. Oh, okay, cool. So he switches out, and I get kind of lucky there. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize how much that was going to do. An offensive Mega Deontay versus my Mudsdale Moonblast. Yep, that was enough to take it out. That was enough to take it out. I gotta go into Alakazam here. And then we're gonna click Focus Blast this time. Predicting the Registeel to come in. Unless he goes, because what's his Registeel at? 91. Yeah, we're just going to click Focus Blast. He is making some really, really great plays. This is... Oh, okay. So we go for the Gliscor instead. Versus my Megazam. How much is a U-turn doing? A lot. How much is a facade doing? A lot. But I live both, and I have regenerator. So I'm actually going to click psychic terrain here. And he goes into the Naganadel. This thing is Scarf then. This thing is 100% Scarf. I've got to sacrifice Zapdos here. Goes for the Sludge Wave. We live it. That's okay with me. And then we go into Weavile. And then we click Triple Axle. Yep. Cool. Now hit it. Yes. Cool. There we go. And now we go into Zuko. He goes for a U-turn. So we didn't get 6-0'd. That's positive, right? But he's likely choice Scarf as well. Not gonna lie, he's probably double Scarf. So here's the Gliscor. I really can't switch into anything though. I'm gonna have to go for a Flare Blitz here. And then he goes for the Earthquake. And then we go into Weavile. And then I really think the only play I can really go for here is the Sword Stance play. Because there's no way he clicks U-turn, right? He clicks U-turn. Yep. Okay, so Weavile gets another kill. And then Mega Deontay comes in and just cleans up, I believe. There's a slim chance that Mega Zam could pull it off, but there's no way. There's the Registeel. And then we go for the low kick. That's going to do like half, I think. Unless he is expecting me to have to switch out to try to keep this thing around. Yeah, there's the Heavy Slam. Go into Dumbledore. We have to set up our Psychic Terrain. So he goes for the Heavy Slam. We live it. We click Focus Blast. And we miss it, of course. GG's. That's a bit of a bummer. That was a very tough battle to prep for. That Slowbro was just a monster to try to deal with. It was so hard to prep for this team. So GG's to better. Very well played. Yeah, I just really couldn't do anything towards the end there. That Slowbro, that core of Slowbro, Gliscor, and not Steelix, Registeel, absolutely insane. So I guess that's that. Yeah, so that puts us at 1 and 2, and hopefully we have a better showing next week. But anyway, GG's, and we will see you for next week's battle.